Whew. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I was messing about. I tell you what, I cannot believe how this weather has turned around. It's like really gone sunny, like much sunnier than I was expecting. Hi Angie, did you enjoy my Stalkers video? We're not going to do Stalkers on this one. Angie, I'll read them all when I get back. Karen, I like teasing them. Come on, it's funny. Gives me a bit of enjoyment. Now, Angie, you haven't been around. Angie, are you aware of our stalker situation, or are you quite new? Angie. I can't believe how sunny it is. It's like, wow. It's gone beautiful. It's gone really nice. God, the cars are going a bit fast. Yeah, so you won't know about it, Angie. Don't worry about it. It's been a while. You'll start to understand that we get a lot of stalkers. We get a lot, Angie. You will be surprised how many we get. We even have a YouTube channel set up completely stalking us. So I'm not going to even talk about them. I refuse to watch it. So anyway, I want to talk about a bit about that documentary. You know that that 1980 documentary. Do you know that 1980 documentary? Why does everyone like it so much? These old vintage documentaries from the 70s and 80s. I know why. Now, many of us here are 40, 50, 60, 70, maybe some of us 80s, even 90s. We had, was it Larry yesterday that joined us, was 95? We get all ages on here, which is a good thing because, yeah, Lorna enjoyed it. It was a good thing because a lot of us are doing keto, carnivore diet. So the fact that we do get quite a lot of people that are over 40, the fact that we get older people on here and that we do a keto section, yeah, Larry 95. And the fact that we do a keto thing does help people that are older, it does. I mean, I'm 58 in July the 10th. So, hi Tony. Tony, we've done a few lives this morning. You got a lot of catching up to do. No poo bags. I've got a poo bag. So I'm getting some comments coming in. So, Tony, we've done a lot of lives today. We did Billy Stanley, chapter 13, which was really good. I really liked chapter 13. I think my favourite chapter was, I'm trying to remember now. I think my favourite so far was chapter 9. So obviously Billy Stanley asked us to read the book. We are honoured to be friends with Billy. Billy supports that we defend Elvis. Billy Stanley's a great guy. He's a #1 defender. I will always say it. Every time I bring him up, I will always say it. He grew up with Elvis. No one knows more than he does. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, this morning, Tony, we read the book. Then we did another reaction to the problems we had yesterday. And the tone of the video we had yesterday, Tony, I didn't bring up the name of the channels, but what I did say was, why was it such a struggle to do it? Why did we have to literally twist people's arm before they agreed to remove the video? Why was it so forced? The topic we had in the morning, oh, you've seen it. I just don't understand what, it should have been easy. It should have been straightforward. Okay, yeah, that damages Elvis's reputation. Let's just delete it. I just don't, I'll never understand why it had to be so forced. I don't get it. So we did that. Then we did you, Tony, were you with us when we did the 1980 documentary, vintage documentary? Did you watch that, Tony? No, he didn't. Karen, he didn't want to. He did it to please the lady. He did it to please the lady who owns the YouTube channel. Yeah. So we've just done a very funny troll live stream. A very funny troll live stream. I just felt like it. I was in that mood. Tony, we did a live stream all about trolls. You're probably going to find that quite humorous. Now, the reason I did a live stream about the trolls, Tony, is because they've all grouped together on the other channel to call me names. They've all grouped together on the other channel. Yeah, you're right, Karen, he didn't care. Karen, you're right, he didn't care. He deleted it to keep her happy. Karen, are you watching us? We're live. There's another Karen messaging me. Yeah, you're right, Lorna, you're right. We shouldn't have had to push it. It should have come much easier because we were just defending Elvis. We weren't doing anything horrible. We weren't pulling teeth or anything. We're just trying to prevent Elvis getting an even worse reputation. We're trying to remove something that causes damage to Elvis's reputation and image. That's all we were doing. Why was it so hard? Why was it so forced? It just seems wrong. So, you know, I'll be honest with you, with the owner of the channel, the man, not the woman, I still have a beef with him. I still have a beef with him. I'm not happy with him. So it's not over with me and him, but with the lady, I have no problem with the lady. The lady that owns the YouTube channel, I'm fine with her. But the man, no. There's more to come, guys. There's more to come. The funny thing is, he said, Karen, did you see his comment? Karen, did you see his comment? He said, I support Angie and Shauna. Oh, so funny. Karen, did you hear me? Tony, the guy who owns the YouTube channel, I'm not going to say his name because I don't feel like it today, said, I support Angie and Shauna. Not the Angie on here, the other Angie. I just found that hilarious. Another stalker. So the owner of the YouTube channel has become another one of my stalkers. Oh my God, you can't make it up. So Elvis, we're on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. To the people that don't know about the situation, and you're on this channel and you wonder what we're... Yeah, that's it, Lorna. To the people that aren't aware of the situation, we have been stalked for at least 6 months. Please don't say her name. Don't say the name of her channel. I don't want to talk about her. I refuse to watch her. I haven't watched her for a couple of months. I don't want to talk about her. But to anyone new on this channel, we do have a problem with weirdo stalkers that are besotted and in love with us and follow us wherever we go. We do have a problem with that. I think it's quite a common thing with YouTube. Yeah, I think with YouTube, well-known YouTube channels get stalkers, so I don't think it's unusual. I think we do get, Joanne, yeah, cougar alert. We do get a much higher number of stalkers than the average person. Hi, Tonya. We do get a higher number. We do get a higher number of stalkers than the average person. You know, it is nice that all these crazy stalkers that don't have a life, that hide behind a keyboard, that are besotted with me, they probably dream about me. You know, everyone likes having fans, don't they? Even if they have mental health issues and they need medication, you know, that could be a problem. You know, I wouldn't like to have a proper argument with them face to face, because maybe the knives will come out, or the chainsaw, or whatever crazy tool they use to kill people. All right. So, I've heard there's some pretty good medications out there now for stalkers. Seriously, you go to your doctor now. There's some very good psychiatric medication that you can take now. Is it lithium? Lithium could be one. You know. So we're not even doing a live about stalkers. Oh yeah, I know what I was talking about now. Those 1980 documentaries, I just love them. They just take me back in time. I just feel like I'm back home again with Mum and Dad. Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn, did you see my stalker video? I've just posted it on Defending Elvis. You're going to find it funny. I actually quite like those Elvis tribute acts. Oh, don't worry, I'm only teasing. I'm teasing the stalkers. Do you know what? The weather in England has suddenly turned to very mild. Now this morning, it was freezing. But now it's not. So I am going to be playing, I'm going to do some more searching. Hi, Sketches and Threads. No topic today, we're just chatting. We're just having a little chat. How are you anyway, Sketches and Threads? So I am trying to find some very vintage footage so we can break it down into small parts and review it and critique it and just have some fun. I find that these old documentaries, they're actually good fun. The one that we watched together today, it was part 2. It was half in the UK, half in America, and it was speaking to fans as well as ETA acts, and it just showed Graceland. Thanks Sketches. We are always pleased that you join us. You know, you've noticed we've got 2 channels now. Now here is a bit more light-hearted. We're not really doing defending here. Now I keep meaning to read Anita's book, Anita Wood's book. I keep putting it off. I'm going to do it. The other book I want to read is The Cook. Is it Nancy Rooks? Tell me, guys. I've got her book. That's a cute book. Do you know what? I want to read Lisa's book, From Here to the Great Unknown, but every time I read it, it's very upsetting. Do any of you find that, guys? Do any of you here have the book From Here to the Great Unknown, but when you start reading it, you get upset? Do any of you have that? Because that is my problem at the moment. I read one little paragraph and I'm like, ugh. Because you know I'm very emotional, guys. You know I get tearful. Yeah, Tony, have you noticed it's quite upsetting to read? Honestly, guys. Yeah, Angie, when you read it, do you think, my God, that's a bit upsetting? It's almost like you'd rather not know type stuff. Oh, I know, Jane, don't worry. Do any of you here find that book is difficult to read because it's upsetting? I tend to want to pick up the more happy books. So obviously, The Faith of Elvis, Billy Stanley's book, is quite a nice book to read, quite a happy book, very uplifting. Elvis comes through that book. Yeah, most people cry. Martha, most people cry through that book, don't they? I cried. Well, I've read it on Defending Elvis, I think I read it. and I cried. I found it hard to hold back the tears, and I'm quite a tearful type anyway. My emotions are very near the surface. So I am going to read bits of it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, have you, Karen? Keep going. Guys, please do go over and comment on the other channels to the Stalkers. Please go and wind up the Stalkers on that other channel. You know, the guy we fell out with yesterday. Please go. He's posted a short video that's a couple of minutes long. All the Stalkers have jumped on it. Please go there and comment. They all love me. I love Louis. I love Louis. They're so, you know, I'll never understand why they're obsessed with little Louis, the guy in his kitchen that does live streams about Elvis, defending Elvis. It's like, oh, that guy, that Louis defending Elvis, that Louis. He goes for walks. My wife. He goes for walks. That Louis. He walks around and talks about defending Elvis. Always saying the same stuff over and over again. Who does he think he is? Why doesn't he just leave people alone? Ah, thanks, Tony. Why does he just leave people alone? It's none of his business. Who is he to defend Elvis and Lisa? Come on, just keep it interesting though, isn't it? It is interesting. What is that saying? May you live in interesting times. I'm definitely living in interesting times. Yeah, Jimmy. They're bored. They're bored. Jimmy, I keep saying this. The reason people turn against me is because I won't do as I'm told. That is the reason. That is the reason. I'm on about subscribers, yeah? Now, with YouTube channels, it's because I expose their wrongdoing towards Elvis. I've only fallen out with 3 YouTube channels in a year, and all because I exposed their wrongdoing. And then they make up a pack of lies, twist the truth, then they go on their channel and do a reaction. They tell about 20 lies. Louis did this, Louis did that, Louis did this, Louis did that. I didn't do any of it. They just make it up, and then their subscribers believe them. The subscribers believe them, then the subscribers go off and say, oh, did you hear this? Did you hear that? This happened, that happened. Do you know? Oh, have you heard about Louis? Yeah, Louis. I keep saying it, guys. I keep saying it. I'm not going to grow horns. I'm not going to grow horns. I'm not going to put a red cape on and a red suit on. I'm not going to put a red cape on and grow horns and fly off in the air and put a red tail on with... It's not going to happen, guys. To the Stalkers out there. I'm not going to suddenly fly off into the air. I'm not the Red Devil. It's funny because some of the things that are said about me are so extreme. It's literally unbelievable. One of the things was that my wife is definitely going to leave me. Captain Marvel, yeah, that'll suit me, Jimmy. My wife, I've been told by my stalkers, that my wife is definitely going to leave me within 6 months, which means we've only got about a month left. Yeah? So that means a month from now, my wife's going to leave me. My kids hate me. I'm cruel to my dogs. What else was the lie? Oh yeah, that I lie about my businesses, because I do have a lot of properties, guys. That it's all a big lie, they don't exist. Which they do, I was there yesterday. You know, guys, the reason I'm retired is because I'm a landlord, yeah? So, I'm trying to think of all the other lies. Oh, there's loads, guys, there's loads. There's loads. The person they talk about sounds really interesting. I'm not that person. Oh my God, I repeat, the person that they've imagined in their minds sounds quite interesting. Doesn't sound very nice. I wonder who that person is. Anyway, they think it's Louis, but the biggest thing I always think is this. With the stalkers, the biggest thing I think is they must think about me a lot. Sorry guys, we're nearly home now. I just think they must think about me a lot. They must like sleep about me, like dream about me. Like they must like be searching around constantly to see if I'm live. Maybe they wake up looking forward to my next video, my next live, like, oh, Louis will be on, that person that we hate. I'm sure they do. They're like, they take a picture of me to bed with them. They must do. What do you think, guys? Do you think they take a picture of me to bed with them? I've got a lot of videos. No, but the funniest bit is where when I fall out with someone, they're like, oh yes, we can go and stalk that person and put our comments about Louis. So they find out about the channel I fell out with yesterday, and they're there in an instance. And it's all the same people. It's all the same people that are on the YouTube Stalker channel. They just all jump over. So if you go onto the YouTube Stalker channel, and you look at the names, there's less than 10 of them, guys. Those same names will then jump onto the new YouTube channel that I've fallen out with and leave their comments calling me names. The same names. So you've got the same 10 people going all around Facebook and YouTube obsessed with me. Yeah, running in the dark. Blue moon, in it, yeah. Tony, I saw you standing alone. I love that film. That American Werewolf film, so brilliant. One of my favorite films. I feel like yesterday when it came out. And they start rushing through the woods, looking back. Then one of them falls over. And the rest is history. I quite like the scene in the tube. You know the London tube? When they come down the escalator? That's one of my favorite bits, you know. I think I watched it when I was about 15. And yeah, that bit was pretty, and oh yeah, in the cinema, when they're all sat in the cinema and they're all in little pieces. I think that bit's funny as well. Yeah, it's a brilliant film. Brilliant. All of my kids loved it. You know, my older kids, yeah. And it's definitely a go-to. Now we're talking about it, I want to watch it. So, and that, you know, they were like a bit like Starsky and Hutch. The way they got on, they had a lot of chemistry, didn't they? So it just really worked. Right, so I'm going to be home now, guys. I am coming back on to do a live. I'm going to probably do my next live. I'm just trying to think. I haven't decided. Yeah, I haven't decided my next live yet. But maybe I don't know. I can't give you time. It could be half an hour. It could be 1 hour. We'll just see. I'm not going to make promises because it depends on the kids. Because my wife's gone to work, so I'm in charge of the kids. It's quite mild. I might take the kids to the park. So, okay, guys, gotta go. See you later, alligator.